This is Iman Gadzhi, a 22-year-old self-made millionaire who can be considered the humblest, most down-to-earth millionaire of our time. As a man who hasn't even finished high school, this man has it all. From luxury clothing to collections of watches worth millions of dollars, from flying private planes to partying on yachts with beautiful women, a lifestyle every single man could only wish for. But how did he end up here, and what's his secret? Let's find out. Born in a small town of Dagestan's Kyogny in Russia, Iman was raised by a single mother who was working 3 jobs at the time to support the living while Iman spent most of his childhood living with his grandma. In a fortunate coincidence of events, Iman's mother had met his stepfather who wanted to move Iman and his mother together with him in London. From living in a small post-Soviet Union village to now going to an elite private school in a big city full of opportunities, a life no one could ever imagine has now become a reality.
Okay, so he's probably one of those kids who inherited all of their wealth from their stepfather, right?
As great as everything might have seemed, when Iman was just around 14 years old, his stepfather unfortunately separated with his mom and cut them off financially, and so now Iman was forced to take care of him and his mother at such a young age. As bad as the situation was, Iman's stepfather gave him one very important gift that he didn't even realize at the time, which also coincidentally is the secret number 1 of this video. I personally believe that the number 1 thing that you can do in order to become more successful in life is to move to a different country at least once. I was born and raised in a small country of Estonia where I was a regular kid going to public school and just living my normal kid life. But then, at the age of 16, my parents decided we were going to move to Spain. I was incredibly skeptical of this decision at first because I was faced with lots of uncertainty as anybody would in that situation. All the thoughts that I would have to leave all of my friends behind, that I'll have to quit my sports team that I was playing in at the time, were just cycling through my head constantly, and honestly, it was quite scary. It was quite scary, but hands down, this was probably one of the best decisions that my parents could have ever made for me. If I had stayed in Estonia, I would have never met the people that I did, completely switched my life perspective around, and it gave me so many opportunities that I would have never got otherwise. This is a very useful quote that I learned recently, that people are a product of their environment, but their environment is completely in their control. Most of the people usually don't make it out of the place that they were born in, and thus are limited by their environment. But by switching this environment, by getting to experience new culture, meeting new people, and just simply getting out of your comfort zone, that is where the true growth happens. By making this first move somewhere, the biggest gift that I got from it was that the world just became so much more accessible to me. Now, having already done it once, having overcome this fear of uncertainty once, everything has just suddenly become so much more accessible that I feel like I can move anywhere in the world now. And understanding this one simple thing has been one of the most crucial things to reaching my full freedom in life. Since then, I have already lived in 2 different countries by myself, and I know for a fact that there will be plenty more, and in each and every one of them, I will find endless new opportunities that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise. But now let's get back to Iman. So as he was now alone with his mother, he was now forced to find inventive ways of how to make money in order to support their living. Iman was playing semi-professional football at the time, and their team actually had a social media presence, which, for the lack of a better word, was crap. You see, Iman was pretty smart. He had learned about social media and knew that with just a few simple tricks he could make the page look so much better. And as he kept haggling the club owner to run their social media for them, eventually he relented and he's now started running their social media pages. For a small price of £75 a week or £300 a month, Iman has now created his first official income stream. And this kept on going for the entire 7 months before he would eventually get to his second client. Most people would have given up by then, let's be honest. But here's where the secret number 2 comes in. Don't focus on the short-term success. By having strong conviction that what you're doing and what you're focusing your time on is 100% right, you will eventually get there, trust me. By simply pressing in and persevering in the path that you choose, trust me, eventually you will learn about the field that you're doing, you will eventually become better, and you will find success. It is very important to be patient, but not in the sense of waiting for the right moment to occur. It is by taking active little steps in order to always improve your craft. Anybody can truly achieve anything that they want with just simple power of will and just enough effort. Most people today are just so caught up in chasing the next best thing all the time, just constantly changing their area of work, just making quick bucks and then moving to the next thing straight away. And it's great to always want to try new things and just like tackle as many things at once as possible. But realistically, usually it doesn't work out. By the way, I just also want to preface that I'm in no way, shape, or form demonizing this changing your interests or hobbies and just switching your area of work every once in a while, because I'm exactly the same, let's be honest. I admit I'm very fickle myself. I constantly change my hobbies and area of work, but what's most important is that once you find that new thing that interests you or excites you, that you do not leave the thing that you started before. So when that does happen, when you find that new thing that really excites you, that you want to do, rather than switching to it 100% completely, you add that onto your already existing skills and just keep on building an arsenal up, and eventually all of those skills will really set you apart from all of your peers. This has helped me tremendously in the past, and I know it will do in the future as well. So after Iman had acquired a few more clients, he was now making consistent income every single month. That was the turning point for him to finally pull the trigger and drop out of high school. This was an absolute turning point for him because now he could dedicate 100% of his time into building his business, and he had acquired a few more customers that were now bringing over 6 figures every single year. Everything seemed to be going great, but not long after, a few of his clients actually started dropping off because they didn't see the value in the services that he was providing without him running paid traffic, which unfortunately Iman had no idea how to do. Iman spent countless hours and lots of money on buying courses and working with different business coaches to just constantly keep on failing every single time. And here is when he came to a very important realization that also transitioned into the secret number 3. You don't have to be good at everything. In life, it is important to know your strengths and weaknesses to be able to maximize your potential. By collaborating with people who are much more knowledgeable and skilled in the areas that you may lack in, you are going to reach your goals much quicker. Now listen to this, you do not have to carry everything on your own shoulders. You don't have to be good at everything at once, because by surrounding yourself with the people that you can actually learn from, that can help you out and assist you in your day-to-day life, you will be much better off and just reach your goals and achievements a lot quicker. So by surrounding yourself with people that fill in the holes that you may be lacking in, you will be a lot faster in your road to success. From quitting high school, Iman has now built a team of over 30 employees, has started 4 different companies that each generate hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month that he uses to then build schools in the underdeveloping countries to change and improve on the educational system. Which is quite an interesting turn for a high school dropout, don't you think? This I want to get right, so let me actually read this out. So, Iman's main goal is to reform the educational system by creating the best online programs the world has ever seen. Which is a pretty big and ambitious goal, but this is exactly what motivates and inspires me in Iman. I know that it might sound strange coming from a 21-year-old, but I genuinely believe that I found my personal goal in life, that I want to inspire and motivate others through the course of my own actions. Since I was about 11 years old, I have been creating a list of things that I wanted to do or achieve before I die. And this list has been constantly growing and changing to be my inspiration every single day of my life. And I know for a fact that so many points on that list are so easily achievable, but are just always being put off because of the lack of financial resources for them to be crossed off. For me, the most exciting thing is just ways of finding how to realize those ideas into existence, and that is what keeps me motivated and driven every single day. And I'm hoping that by staying true to what I believe in, by chasing my dreams, that I will also be able to inspire and motivate others to do things that they've never deemed possible. And I genuinely believe that Iman Gadzhi is a true inspiration for many young people like me, and I hope that this video has also made you a little bit more motivated and inspired you a little too. And remember, success is a journey, not a destination. #YouGetWhatYouGive. Peace.